Alright, welcome ladies and gents. Here is my review of Abigail. We'll talk spoilers because they spoiled it in the trailers anyway. There's not really too much to spoil here. This is written by Stephen Shields and Guy Busick. Guy Busick is one to watch out for because he was also the writer on Ready or Not, which coincidentally shares exactly the same directors as this movie, which is Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. So they direct in duo. Both directed Abigail, as well as Ready or Not with Samara Weaving, and Guy Busick is the individual that wrote on both of those films with someone else. So, this feels very Ready or Not, but in the best possible way. Now, I will talk spoilers because this movie, well, not a lot of spoilers, overview of spoilers, because they spoiled it all in the trailer, which I understand, kind of. Obviously, this movie features a vampire ballerina. Okay. It has Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, Alicia Weir. We've got William Catlett. I am looking at it. We have Kevin Durand, Catherine Newton, Angus Cloud. Sadly, this was his final performance. He has now since passed away. Giancarlo Esposito, and also Matthew Good. So that is our cast. This film was also shot alongside the same time Melissa Barrera found out she was fired from Scream, and they've sort of done some articles on that here and there, some interviews to say, oh, isn't she done so well because she had to deal with all that stress. It's just worth noting simply because I'm sure other people will. Dan Stevens is absolutely fantastic in this. What a great actor. This is going to sound really, really dumb, but I only recently became hyper aware of him as an actor with his standout performance in Godzilla Kong The New Empire. I know that sounds strange. Obviously, he's been in a lot of things, I'm aware. But you know when there's an actor that just sort of, bubbles under the surface and you don't really take notice? That was Dan Stevens to me until Godzilla Kong, and then he's in this, and I'm like, you know what? This is the year of Dan Stevens. He's fantastic. Melissa Barrera does a very good job in this. She is our lead. Honourable mention, Kevin Durand. So good to see him in this. He always plays muscle. He always plays a big, he's a relatively big chap, to be fair. 6 foot plus, built. And it's just good to see him in things still, obviously. Catherine Newton and Melissa Barrera both are essentially our new Scream Queens. Good. Catherine Newton's good. She's good in everything, whether she's a standout in terms of her performance or not. She's not an exceptional actor, but she is what she is. I don't think she's ever really been given a lot of dialogue and, strenuous emotions to kind of act and play out. So she's good for what she is. And Angus Cloud was good. Giancarlo Esposito, not in it too much, but he's good for what he is in it. The standout is Alicia Weir, who plays Abigail. She was actually spectacular. Genuinely spectacular. Now, I hate child actors, generally speaking, because I don't think they can really act. I know, shocker. But she was just absolutely incredible. She does nuance, she does emoting, inflection. The dialogue that she delivered, the line delivery, was exceptional. Genuinely, absolutely exceptional. She was really, really bloody good. And bloody good is kind of pun intended with this film. Obviously, you've seen the trailer. The trailer is the film. So, a group of, job men, whatever you want to call them, gangsters, are hired to kidnap a girl, Abigail. She's a ballerina. They find out she's a ballerina vampire or a vampire ballerina. And it's just this rip-roaring, bloody good time. There's guts galore, people blowing up, hands getting exploded, decapitations left, right, and centre. And it's a good time. Now, it's not to say it's not it's not to say it's perfect, and it's not without its flaws. It definitely does have its flaws. So it got off to a bit of a slow start for me personally. Not for any majorly negative reason. It just felt a bit play by numbers. Oh, this is this person, and we've got to find out, what's her motivation here. it did feel quite play by numbers as they were going through these steps narratively. But as soon as it got into it, and the sort of first action started to take place, it was brilliant. I think more often than not, horror directors, for a film like this, anyway, horror directors and writers tend to think we need to care about the characters to have a good time with a film like this. We really don't, because that's not the purpose of this film. You know, you're not watching these characters going, oh my god, it's such a shame that they're dead. No, the kills are the fun part. And because it's played for comedy, we don't really need to know these people too much. They are comedic cannon fodder, as it were. So I felt like they kind of let themselves down a little bit there. But the set pieces were absolutely brilliant. I mean, it is just in one house. But it's great set design. The set pieces were brilliant. The sort of practical VFX of heads exploding and all of that was absolutely exceptional. Really, really good stuff, actually. 10 out of 10. You know, it's not a 10 out of 10 movie, but for a fun comedy type thing with all the VFX and stuff, yeah, like it's bloody good time. I had a really, really good time with this film. Yeah, there's not much else really to say, to be fair. You want a good comedic based horror film with very little horror, because it's not really. Go watch this film. I think you'd be hard pressed to have a bad time with it. Just remember, it is a little bit slow at the start, but then it pounds off to a really, really good second and third act. It's just the first act. It's just a little bit slow here and there. We don't need to know these people too much. And they did reveal everything in the trailer, so I don't know, dodgy marketing. It's from Universal, so dodgy marketing from them, I guess. But I hand it on over to you. What do you guys think? I've got to say, Abigail Weir was amazing. That, as a child actor, is someone I'm going to be looking out for more and more now, because she was bloody absolutely brilliant. Like, it's so difficult. She displays, right, significantly better nuance and inflection in her line delivery than most seasoned actors do. Like, genuinely. And the emoting along with it. She just nailed it. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I had to say that again because she was really, really good. And that's, like, surprising from me. I hate child actors. I think they're bloody shit. But anyway, what do you guys think? Have you seen it? Have you not? If you've seen it, what do you think down below? If you haven't seen it, are you going to go watch it now? Again, I've not really spoiled anything here. So, yeah, go watch it. I think you would genuinely like the film. So anyway, hit subscribe if you're new here. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care. Bye-bye now.